You know, the new maps on Black Ops 6 are a bit like Marmite. You either love them or hate them. Mostly the consensus online leans towards hating them, but that's what I'm here for today. Today, I will rank every single Black Ops 6 launch map, including Nuketown, give my thoughts, and see how they live up. Alright, let's start with Warhead. Now, firstly, that shed is flipping annoying when people be head glitching it. It's just, you've got at least 2 people there at all times with snipers or like just an XM4, and they just be head glitching it at all times. It's super jarring. The middle of the map, that house, it's kind of fun because it's so close quarters, especially on objective modes like hardpoint or domination, which gets even more hectic because people are just constantly rushing into there. The side of the map with the sand is a bit like just a no man's land because you've got at least one sniper dude or one guy just hard scoping it the entire time. Honestly, overall, I think I'd put this map into B tier. It's actually quite fun. I quite enjoy it. And overall, I just like the strike maps a lot more. Protocol. Now, the thing with Protocol is if you don't have a long range capable weapon like an SMG or shotguns, or even if you're just going for melees, you're pretty much screwed, especially in the middle of the map, which is just a sniper cesspit up at those windows, which is fair enough considering most maps aren't really sniper friendly. But overall, it's just kind of an overall boring map. It looks boring, it plays boring. I'm not backing out per se, but I'm just super indifferent about this map. I'm not excited. If it pops up, I'm not really like, oh, let's vote for it type of thing, you know?
Rashid, yo, you got an enemy on you, boss. Boss, you got what the fuck?
I'll go C tier for sure. Skyline. Now, I've enjoyed this map since the beta. It was just super fun. It's aesthetically pleasing. It's colorful, which is how Treyarch excels on their maps usually. The verticality doesn't feel like nonsense because you know where everyone could be. You can keep track of spots that people may be higher or lower than you and potentially shoot you, unlike in Protocol, which just feels like there could be someone everywhere at all times. The 2 problematic areas I would say is probably where that bridge is with the pool, and possibly even that balcony with the snipers, but it's not that deep. Honestly, I'm voting for this map every single time. A tier for sure. Now, here is another strike map that I should have no business liking, but somehow I actually do. I have a thing for small maps because you can get straight back into the action, even if the spawns can be a bit stupid in this game. Pit is just really fun. You've got that upstairs section, which is basically the area of death because everyone can see you if you try to cross those pipes. There are a few annoying head glitches with the minecart as well, but it's not that serious and you can kind of counter them easily with grenades or, you know, just actually making sure you're shooting the head. But honestly, the spawns are a bit tapped in that map. I think they could do with some tuning because it's just ridiculous sometimes. But overall, yeah, A tier. I enjoy this map. Now, here's the thing with Scud. It's not a bad map, at least I don't feel like it is, but I just don't feel like there is a flow with this map. Like, I'm not backing out, but I'm not excited if this map is showing up. If anything, I'm just a bit like, oh, Scud. Overall, I think long-range weapons like the ARs and snipers do better on this map than classes like shotguns or SMGs. Considering the other maps in this game, it's definitely not higher ranking in my list at least. I could probably comfortably put this into C tier. Bro, this next map is by far the worst map in this game, in my opinion. I hate this map so much. Gala, I'm backing out the lobby straight. Boring AF. Don't enjoy playing it. If I see it, I'm leaving. I do not care. There's this open area, which is the zone of death. Anytime you go up to that middle spot, there's at least 2 people just waiting on you. People are camping spawn all the time. They've got their hard scoping snipers. You can barely push. You can only really viably push left and right, but then even then that's a bit tricky because there's always someone hard scoping. It's just I don't like this map. I don't know, like, what were the designers thinking, bro? The only good thing about this map is probably just the fact that the Shadows of Evil theme song plays. Disgusting map for sure. Honestly, backing out every single time. I feel like my ranking for Babylon will cause some controversy. Now, I get it, it's a very hit or miss map, but truthfully, I actually like this map. I think it looks really nice visually, that whole ruins aesthetic and just the earthy color palette. They've definitely fixed up the spawns from the beta, which were just absolutely god-awful in that. And fair enough, it can be really ridiculous sometimes, but overall, I really do enjoy this map and I would vote for it if it popped up in map voting. It is a small-ish map, but you also feel like you can breathe unless you're in the middle, which is like a death trap, especially on domination. That B flag is, you're gonna have to fight tooth and nail to capture B. But yeah, I'd put this into B tier. It's a good map, I think. I do enjoy this map over a lot of the other maps, truthfully. Okay, now you may or may not agree with me, but I feel like most people will agree with me on this. Stakeout, there should be absolutely no reason for me to like this map, but for some reason, I just love it. It's the smallest map in the game. It has stupid spawns. Oh, the amount of times I've been killed stupidly, just back to back to back, especially those toilets. If you spawn in those toilets, it's a wrap. Just game over, honestly. But it's so enjoyable. You died, no problem. You're literally right back in on the action in 1 second. There's that corridor of death that you never go down because there's always someone aiming down it too, either with an LMG or sniper. And there's that little skip that you can do by running up the stairs and jumping into the middle, especially if people are camping that middle there and you just can't get through. You know exactly where the enemies are at all times. You never have to go running around and searching because they're just everywhere at all times. You can grind camos out like no problem. Just great for melees, especially for the camos. All I do really is play stakeout 24/7. So this goes on repeat easy. Okay, this next one is definitely controversial. Probably gonna enrage a couple OGs. Now, I'm an OG myself. I started playing Call of Duty Black Ops 1, but at this point, we can all be certain that if Treyarch are making a Call of Duty, then it's going to have Nuketown. Honestly, I'm a bit bored of Nuketown. They've released a trailer for it as if it was an exciting thing, but come on, at this point, we've seen it 5 times before this game. We're just leaning into this too much. Sure, it's a classic and it's a goated map, but I'm just bored. You know, I want to see something new. And in this game, every single game that I've played of Nuketown has been riddled with the sweatiest players that clearly haven't got up from the game since launch. You can smell the sweat emanating from the game, just absolutely not enjoyable. I get it, it's very controversial, but with all that I just said, with it being very overdone, plus the sweatiest people playing it, it hurts me to say, but it goes C tier. I know. I love Nuketown 2, which hurts a little, but to put it here, that's just how I feel. Okay, Derelict. I enjoy this map from the beta. You know, once again, in Treyarch fashion, it's colorful. It's a typical free lanes map, which is nice for consistency. There's not a lot of things that annoy me about this map at the moment. I would vote for this map if it popped up on map voting. Any type of weapon class is viable to use. B tier. I think this is a really solid map. Really good. Red Card. I could not name a more boring map to play on. Oh, I really got nothing else to say about this map. I'm backing out of lobby. I would never ever play this out of my own choice, for real. Like, just never voting for it. I think the community kind of feels the same, because any lobby that I've been in that red card has popped up, it's either you're voting for something else or you're map skipping. It's just not one that anyone likes. Even on 10v10, it just bores me. Like, just you can barely find anyone at all, and the map feels weirdly massive for some reason, to the point of just running around all the time and not coming across a single person. It's just unenjoyable for me. I don't like this map. It's that weird little, like, the stadium area where it just curves. It just doesn't feel like a fun map at all. So yeah, just backing out the lobby. I'm giving this map a red card. I'm sending it off. Right, Lowtown. This is actually, I think, the only map that has a different traversal style in the game, which gives the map its uniqueness. Personally, I find the theme of the map to be really nice too, this Venetian similarity. The water isn't really a bad thing, to be fair. I think it's nice to have another way to get around the map, and it opens up possible plays to be able to swim underwater, stay hidden, pop behind some people, maybe get around an objective that people are just sort of staying on. I think Lowtown, beat it. So this mansion map, Payback, this map on objective mace modes is really fun to play on. Hardpoint on this map goes off. It is a shame that in my experience it gets skipped a lot. I do agree that there's better maps. This one is probably one that gets slept on a little. The color palette feels a bit muted. I think besides Pit, which to be fair is a map set in a mine, you're not exactly expecting colors and rainbows. This probably is the least colorful map of all the maps. Truthfully, I'm super torn on where to put this map. What do you think? Let me know in the comments below. Now, this is another beta map that I enjoyed for sure. Rewind. The flow of this map is pretty nice. I never really felt that I had unfair deaths or chances. The spawns have felt solid at all times. Never felt like I've had an unfair spawn at all. Viable for all classes, which is really good. And as a little side note, because I really love zombies, I think the Liberty Falls vans everywhere kind of add extra lore to the Liberty Falls map itself. Like, oh, this is what's beyond the map itself. Solid map in my opinion, goes A tier. I really do like this map. Vault is a weird one for me. I either have an alright game or I just get absolutely stomped out whenever I play this map. It's probably just a skill issue. The backboard is kind of fun. I want to try to get some crazy plays with it that gives you that extra jump. Although this entire area is certain death with SMGs and shotguns, there's always someone just hard scoping this lane at all times. Truthfully though, compared to the other maps, this is probably a C tier map for me. It's not that it's bad, but it's just not that I would want to play on. I wouldn't back out a lobby, but you know. Okay, subsonic. These doors that can fundamentally change the flow of the game are alright, but most times I find that they stay shut. And even if someone opens them, they get shut real quick. The bunker area feels stressful because there's like 4 or 5 different areas you could get beamed from. I'm not backing out the lobby, but it feels like a boring map really. I'm not ranking this higher than most maps in the game. It's not visually appealing to me. C tier feels right. I'm not really going to rank this higher than most maps in the game. I feel like there's definitely better. And the map that I have played the absolute least on, and that's not even through any fault of my own, is purely because anytime it pops up, it just gets absolutely no votes whatsoever. And that's Vorkuta. We take Vorkuta! I don't think I've got enough playtime and experience to fairly rate this map, besides that one head glitch spot by that big metal thing in the middle, which tilts me off the face of the earth. Let me know in the comments where you think this map rates in this tier list. And that's all the maps plus Nuketown rated, and just in time before season 1, which brings new maps, which hopefully are fun, to say the least. Here's the final tier list. Let me know what you think and where you might have rated some maps differently. If you enjoyed, why not like and subscribe and support a small channel. Follow my socials on the screen, and that's it. Love. Have a good one.